Hey guys, thank you for joining us on our very first Java chat with Film Incentive Friends. I'm Marco Cordova from Monarch Private Capital. We decided to put together a panel since Sundance was canceled. Some of us were actually going to Sundance, most of us here, and we wanted to do a Meet the Film Commissioners event in partnership with AFCI, of course. So instead of that, we decided to have this panel about film incentives, not just for the people attending Sundance, but for the film industry in general. First off, let me introduce our expert panelist, Marge Gallis from AFCI. Marge.
Hi, I'm Marge Gallis. I'm the SVP of Membership and Industry Relations at AFCI. AFCI is a nonprofit organization composed primarily of film commissioners. And prior to working at AFCI, I was a journalist and editor of Variety 411.
Great. Ryan Broussard.
Hello? Oh, you see my cup? There it is. I'm Ryan Broussard. I'm VP of Sales and Production Incentives at Media Services, helping people far and wide with incentives and budgets and anything that has to do with incentives. And I work closely with our parent company, Cast and Crew.
Great. And just a little tidbit with Ryan, he was actually the first person I hired maybe 10, 20 years ago, 15 years ago.
Yeah,
right. A while ago in Louisiana. So Ryan, it was great to reconnect, and it seems like you're doing very well. So congrats on that.
Thanks. Always good to see you and be a part of these types of discussions.
And then next up, we have Deidre Owens from Cast and Crew.
Yep, I'm Deirdre Owens. I run Cast and Crew Financial Services, which is the financing division of Cast and Crew, which is one of the major payroll companies. I've been doing financing for about 16 years at Cast and Crew for almost 9. We lend primarily against production incentives as well as other receivables. And before that, I was at Grosvenor Park, a boutique lender doing senior gap and tax financing.
Great. And just a little bit with Deidre, just, kind of how we're interconnected. I often get calls for people wanting tax credit finance. And obviously for some of the states I work with, Deidre has a footprint, her company has a footprint in all these states doing tax credit financing. And in line with what Ryan's doing, he's doing the payroll side. So we're all kind of like interconnected and work with each other frequently. So thank you again, Deidre, for joining us.
Of course.
Next up is Nicole Amlin from North Star Incentives. Nicole, why don't you give us a brief update on what you do?
Hi, thanks, Marco. I've been a tax attorney for a lot of years and have a public accounting background. So when I started North Star Incentives, I had come out of working at Fox Studios, running all their film and television incentives and entertainment partners, where I started the administration business there and decided to go out on my own, and that's what North Star does. And North Star is in the beginning of an expansion as we look at what is necessary for the entertainment industry as it grows into more content when the streaming services started up. And so we're just trying to stay on the cutting edge of some of the needs that production is having these days. So we're looking to offer administrative services plus a soup to nuts, including, entity creation, production accounting, and post accounting, and so on and so forth for the entertainment industry. And that is how I fit into this group.
Yeah, Nicole is a great friend, and also I was also in another studio at Sony Pictures doing kind of what she was doing way back when. Don't want to age ourselves. But Nicole, I've known for a number of years. We also used to work at EP together. But in this context, just this past week, we decided to work together on a project, a mutual project, where there's financing and other aspects involved. So you'll get to learn more about what we do with the following topics. And then finally, I have David Brower from Brower and Company. He's He looks like he just came from college, but he's been in industry for a very long time, working on many audits. And interesting with David Brower, we both came and started from Arthur Andersen. So that actually ages us very much.
Yeah,
But David, why don't you give us some insight on what you do?
absolutely. And that was about 25 years ago, Marco. We were together at Arthur Andersen. As Marcus said, my name is David Brower. I'm the founder of Brower & Co. We're a CPA firm that specializes in the independent verifications of film tax incentives throughout the United States. We work in about 14 states, have offices in California, New York, and Georgia. And 90% of our practice is to verify the amounts that production companies present to us and then report back to the states. So we're kind of the watchdog for the states before they'll issue the final tax credits or incentives. They'll look at our reports and ask us questions. The other 10% of our practice is more production consulting. We do cost audits as well as taking a look at production accounting manuals and putting together a scorecard on how the production accounting teams are doing. And as Marco and everybody else in the panel knows, we work closely with all the other service providers as kind of figuring out the best way to get these incentives to our clients, as well as making sure that everything is done properly.
Yeah, so David just put it very nicely. Anyone new to the business, I think you kind of need someone representative of this group. Ryan, of course, is a film incentive expert working with his payroll clients, and obviously you're going to want to work with a media service type company to do your production payroll, and he could help you guide you with what incentives are out there and the new and neat incentives. And if you're looking for tax credit finance, Deidre Owens is out there, and she can help you possibly get a loan based on your tax credit. Obviously, you can't just get a loan based on your estimate. You're going to need someone like Nicole Amlin to help quantify that loan and make sure the numbers look correct. And then you have David Brower doing the final audit. So we all kind of tie in together. From Monarch Private Capital, I work with a number of major studios. I probably sold over $1 billion worth of tax credits in the last 15 years. What I do is I work with states that you can't necessarily use the credits or get a refund. You're forced to sell it to another taxpayer. And that's the case for most credits in states like Georgia or Illinois, where you don't necessarily have the capacity to use the credits. So I'm kind of like your realtor and find a buyer for those credits. And we kind of just help each other and work out to make sure that all parties are satisfied with what they're getting and also receiving. So thank you for this first segment, this intro. We're gonna have another segment talking about hot topics affecting filmmakers now. And I hope you guys join us for all the segments. Cheers.